All right. Can I start? Can you give me an introduction about who you are and your deportation status?
Oh, my name is Felix Peralta Jr. Uh, was deported in August 29, 2001, and been here in Mexico. But in 2010, I tried to cross through Mexicali, and I got arrested and gave me 3 years for intento de cruzo, pues.
Okay. Can you give me kind of a brief history of your military background? What branch you served in? What years you were in the military? What that was like?
Okay, I was in the military. I only served a short time, but I was in the military. I went in 1982. I did my basic training. 3 quarters of my AIT school, I was 76 Charlie supply specialist. I keep in contact with my mom, right? And my mom tells that my dad is mistreating my mom. She wants me to go home. And I told her, Mom, I can't. I think I signed a 4-year contract that I couldn't go back home. She said, and then she told me, I don't care how you do it, but you got to come home. So I asked the sergeant, my situation, and he goes, well, there's two ways you get out of the army, either dishonorable discharge or 5 years in the brig, 5 years in prison for breach of contract. I told him I have to get home. He goes, well, and he goes, you talk to Captain Balin, the captain. I still remember his name. The captain I talked to was named Captain Balin. He goes, you look him straight in the eye and you tell him. I said, what am I going to tell him? I'm going to tell him that I gotta go home. No, he goes, they're not going to get you home. He goes, you got to tell him that you can't adapt to military life. So that's what I did. I knocked on the door and I came in, saluted the captain, and he told me, what was wrong, Private Peralta, and I told him, I can't adapt to military life. He started drumming his desk, you know what I mean? And he goes, what do you mean you can't adapt to military life? He goes, you got like a 4-year contract, either dishonorable discharge or 5 years in prison for a breach of contract. So he said, well, so what's going to be? And I did the same. I did what I was only 18 years old at that time. I did what my sergeant told me to do. Look him in the eye and tell him the same thing. I said, I can't adapt to military life. So he started drumming on the desk again, So he goes, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, Felix. He goes, I'm going to give you a general discharge, and in 6 months, it's going to turn honorable, and you're going to be 3 years in active duty. Y así pasó. That's what happened. Uh, that's how I got out of the service.
Okay. So what was your immigration status before you joined the military?
Oh, yeah, I had a green card. I was a green card holder.
Okay. So how did that? How exactly does that work in that? How you can serve in the military without citizenship?
Oh, you could do it. You could do it. You could do it. You could just at that time it was 1982. You could join the service without have become an American citizen. They'll accept you as long as you had like finished high school. They aceptaba. It was all right. For real, I thought I was gonna be American citizen because I got sworn in Los Angeles, my physical sworn in, and then I got from Fort Knox, Kentucky. They put us all in a big dorm, and we already had our uniforms. And they brought the flag out, and we swore it in again twice. So I said, you know what I mean? To me, I thought I was an American citizen,
Hmm.
but then I got in trouble back in '98 in Utah. I got in a fight with some cops, and that's when I didn't know nothing about deportations. After I got 3 years since, a week later, he tells me, I get a letter and it says INS hold, and I said, shit, what the heck is INS hold? And I told one of the deputies, I said, what's INS hold? INS hold is immigration, and said they're gonna deport you. Man, I felt like que me echaba una piedra encima, you know what I mean? I lost this, I lost my kids and everything. I felt real bad. So I did 3 years in Gunnison State Prison, Utah, and I did 6 months in Colorado trying to fight my case. I got my DD 214, and I talked to his Marine. He said he was getting deported, and he has been in combat and did 20 years in the Marine. And since he was an American citizen, he had a green card. También lo iban a deportar. He goes, I went to war. They're going to deport you, he said. So that's what happened. He got deported. August 29, 2001.
Okay. So what kind of things do you guys do down in Tijuana for deported veterans? What kind of things has Hector have set up for you guys? And
Oh, it's nice. We have like on the bottom is an office. And on top, we had like a little dorm. We have like 6, 8 people could sleep up there. We have a kitchen and stuff, and it's like I'm helping him around. Since they turned in July 8th, I'm helping him. Do files or he's showing me emails, and I'm learning here in the office a lot of things I never did before on the computer. So we keep busy on this movement. That we.
Have there been any elected officials in support of ending discrimination of veterans?
Gallego, he put in a bill for deported veterans. What's up, bro? Aquí estamos, bro. So everything's looking good. You know what I mean? When Daniel Torres went in, that's opening the doors for a lot of us. That was a big issue.
So if a presidential candidate or politician were to offer some kind of bill, to help deported veterans, what kind of things would do you think it would need to cover?
Probably amnesty for deported veterans. You know what I mean? And they'll probably just stop deporting veterans.
Hmm. Okay.
That's what I think. You know what I mean? That should happen.
Okay.
It's happening. A lot of good things are happening. You know what I mean? This office. Hector's working hard. So.
Hmm. Okay, what do you think of the current presidential candidates? Have you been keeping up on the presidential?
Yeah, I really want Bernie Sanders to win. Because he'll be support for us. That's why.
Was it Bernie Sanders, Hillary, and fucking
Yeah. So
Donald?
if Hillary wins, we don't got no tenemos apoyo ahí.
Hmm. In terms of Donald Trump's talking about how he wants to follow the laws and he wants to allow legal pathways to citizenship and that he supports veterans. Do you believe any of that, or do you?
No, he's just talking smack, man. No, I don't believe nothing Donald Trump says. He's just like basic publicity. He ain't gonna win. He say he hates Mexicans and stuff like that, but it's put up publicity.
And then lastly, so in terms of Bernie Sanders, have you met with him or?
No, I haven't met with Bernie Sanders, but
Okay.
I know he'll be good for us.
Hmm. What kind of things has he been proposing to help deported veterans that may
Well, he's I guess Hector met him from far away or something like that. He said that he talked about us. He talked about the deported veterans.
Mhm.
So there's good things happening right there. If he wins.
you know
Oh yeah, it's hard. When you get deported. You get deported and you're born in Mexico and then you live somewhere else, and it's bringing back to Mexico is like you lost. You know what I mean? My family didn't even notice me.
He's a rescue.
Mhm.
So
My dog's a rescue.
oh, it's terrible.
What is it like in terms of dangers of crossing the border? Talk about that, in terms of like the methods of crossing the border, whether you do it illegally, like what's the process?
Oh, when I crossed, like 3 years ago, I crossed. I tried to cross it was like the desert in Mexicali. You could die out there if you don't have water. If you don't know what you're doing, it's dangerous. Muchos han muerto line.
Hmm.
There's thieves out there. Te secuestran. It's dangerous.